Hello everyone, welcome back to the Manchester United career mode. In the previous episode, we ended off season 1 where things did not go our way and we lost the FA Cup to Bournemouth. However, though, into this episode, we have made some dramatic changes from your guys' comments and also my own kind of thoughts on proceeding with this United career mode. This episode, though, we will be looking at signing players and probably playing the odd 1 or 2 games with the brand new team, but not many games. Because like I just said, we need to kind of assess with some of the actual signings we want to make and discuss other things that matter as well. Now, going into the office here, I have simulated, and as you can see, we've got a lot of money now. We've got 571 million, where I think in the previous episode we had the odd near 200. We have sold so many players, and I think we've got the biggest budget ever on my actual career mode challenges that I do on my channel. Now, let's go and discuss it here. Some's going to shock you, some are going to be as expected, as suggested from the comment section. But going to my club here, the biggest one straight away is Benjamin Sesko. Yes, wanted to actually leave the club. Once I got into the actual season 2, it popped up saying he wants to move away from the club. And some of the other clubs that were coming in were pretty much from the Premier League. So I was thinking, go abroad or go and stay in kind of the Premier League, but may not be big enough a threat in the top 6. So he's actually gone to Crystal Palace of all the options. He's gone for 93 million. Yes, our best player last season has gone to Crystal Palace. And as you can see, we've been mugged off because as soon as I sold him, he is now bumped up to an 86, which is a bit frustrating. It's just how this game works here. But we've got the likes of Ethan Williams there, Wheatley, the tech here, gone out with Garty. That was recommended. Gone Marcus Rashford is hoping for a Barcelona offer, but it wasn't. He's gone to Wolfsburg. Mason Mount, Hazard Martinez, Kobe Mainoo, as we did say, he did want it to leave. So we have granted him that wish here. With him going to Frankfurt for 50 million, I think that's a good offer. Of course, he's gone up a little bit now, considering, you know, how this game works. He was like a 79, now his market value is 47, so it doesn't look like I've made a massive budget on him, but he was 79 overall when I sold him, so it made sense for 50 million to go. Diego Leon, he has gone 2.2. Kanya Biaka alone. Rasmus Højlund coming back from his loan from Napoli. It goes to Bologna now, a different Serie A team. Taylor Fry, Ferguson here. I mean, we got so many. Diego Dalot. But this is the most interesting one here, and you're going to see it right now in Jared Brayford. He has returned back to Everton. The offer came in. I didn't really want to get rid of him because he's a very freshly new signed player for us. A lot of people suggested. But I couldn't turn out 85 million for an 82 overall. Yes, I know it's 83, but at the time that we did see, he was 82, and the market value is ridiculous. So I had to get him in where we could probably improve him a lot more. And then it ends with Badiola and Amas go into a category right there. So with the rest of them 2 players gone and many others as well, this is what the team's looking like here. And I did see someone suggest, and a lot of people suggest to change it to 4-2-2-2. And this is how we're going to rock it. I did see someone putting Cunha up top here, but I'll get into that in a minute. With Bueno being the ST with a -2. So you can play in the ST row. Zildaz here is going to be in the Ram row, and we have got some players at position to indicate where we need to upgrade. Definitely a brand new striker now. We needed brand new starting CDM and a brand new starting right back and a brand new starting centre back. And with that budget we have got, we can really actually batter it right. I did say as well, then I would notice we did change James Tanto in a rotational cam row. And I think we need a new rotational DM row because Collier wants to leave the club, which is a bit frustrating, as you can probably see. Maybe if I just get onto the screen, onto the central here. We did get 2 offers for him, so we cannot reject it, which is a bit frustrating. If we try to reject it, it would not let me do it, which is a bit annoying. I really wanted to keep hold of him as a good rotation of CDM with a mix of other players as well. But now the most bit that people are looking forward to the most. Who have I found and who are we could potentially bring to the team? And bam, here we go. So Danson Sanchez here. I think a lot of people are looking at this guy as more of a rotational centre-back, so I think we can definitely get this over the line. Premier League experience as well. Starting right back here, we got Wesley here, a very good player for potential rotation. A lot of people suggested, but now with the money, we're going to have a look at this right back here. Ashraf Hakimi, the best right back in the world. And I think with this budget, if we want to go for the Premier League and the Champions League, we need players who have won the Champions League. And so with the Champions League, I want to reunite him with William Patchell if they both come. So 2 PSG players there coming potentially to the team here. I'm looking at rotation as well. So Matheus Soule comes in that rotation. He's got speed. He's got the finish shot and size of technical. He's got it all at a young lad. Kind of a bit of rotation in that cam row, considering now we're a bit more narrower. We have found this Russell Cooper at the age of 18, 6'1", could be a really good rotational. But I think the person we want to see the most is one Hojmand here, if that's how you pronounce it. It's actually gone at Bournemouth here. It's been accepted. We want to hijack him and get him in the DM row. But there's one person I want to bring back to the Premier League, and it's the man just below him. And a lot of people would probably not agree with this, I feel like, but he is so clinical in front of goal, and I want him to return to the Premier League where he can actually try and go on to win the actual Premier League, and that is Harry Kane. Yes, he hasn't got the speed, but the finishing, the passing, he has got it all. He's still got tremendous good finishing, 80 dribbling to be fair, the age of 33. He is kind of decreasing in overall value, but I feel like for that money and what he can offer to the Premier League, Premier experience as well, on that right foot with that finesse shot, he could be a very good hold-up striker and bangs a lot of goals throughout the simulation as well. However, though, I am going to start off with probably the most expensive one here, and that is Achraf Hakimi here, because I feel like if we can get a good right back, bombing up the pitch, right, left and centre, we will be doing bits this season. So I am just going to go in straight away and go with 120 million. They might reject that, but we've got a lot of time throughout this window and a lot of money to play around with, and they're going to accept it straight away. I feel like if we went 100, they would have just tried to bump it up to 120 around that region anyway, and I think that was pretty good, considering it did say 160 to 156, I believe, that PSG was saying to negotiate. I think we got to get this done here. So 90 rate overall player coming into Manchester United. We're going a bit unrealistic now, ladies and gentlemen, but we can do that now with the money we have got, and also the objectives we've got for how well we did taking over Manchester United. We've got to go for it all. We've got to go for the Champions League. We want to go and get that FA Cup that we nearly won, and of course the Premier League from Arsenal. And we got to make signings like this, because the likes of Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs and many others, they're going to be signing big players as well, and we want to be kind of competing with them. Indeed, I'm going to give them a massive budget because I want to secure this signing right here. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our first signing goes to 120 million to the best right back in the world without a shadow of a doubt. And as for Hakimi here, Champions League winner, and we need them type of players if we want to go on potentially win the treble with Man United. Now, before we continue on to make some more signs, I am just going to go for the matter with Cunha and Mbueno here. So if we just go to these individuals here and have a look, as you can see, Mbueno takes 283 weeks here. Now, I could convert him to a camera, but it takes longer, considering he's got a strike and only takes the -2, and I will be playing majority of the games. I feel like we'll be okay with the -2 until he gets a bit more form and gets some goals. And then the same with Yodas here, 17 weeks. Amady Diallo, 142, that ain't so bad. And also Cunha there. But if you try and put Cunha for a striker, he can do that, to be fair, but it is, I believe, probably the better option just to keep him in the camera and maybe just try and get that sprint speed up with him a little bit more. Just maybe. I think I've got one winger, actually. I know it takes longer. I wonder if I can just get one. No, I think we've got to do winger because we have to get that speed up indeed. I think it's going to be a very good team. There's 100% it's going to be a mental team to play with here. So, also, of course, we have got Haven as well. He's going to be a very good rotational young lad. Getting a bit of shine light, to be fair, in real life. I think he's a bit of a good defender, I believe, for Manchester United in real life. But Achraf Hakimi here, we're just going to get on the shortest one, which is definitely going to be fullback right there. But without further ado, ladies, we are going to now sign his teammate Pacho here. We want to get this secured straight away. I'm just going to throw in 19 million. We've got so much money to play with. They want 97. Can we drop it down to maybe a little bit less? Can we do 93.5 for William Pacho here? And it is indeed. Luis Enrique's probably fell up on me and on me, but we are going to get this one over the line as well. And I think a lot of people will be happy with this guy to replace Braithwaite. With a lot better improvement. He's got the Bruiser Plus, he's got pace, he's got everything. So I feel like him beside Lenny Euro this season could be very threatening indeed. Two young centre backs making a very young team here. But it is what it is. But a wage here. We are just going to go a little bit shorter. We got to go 130. Hopefully he'll accept that patch up. And it is accepted. So two PSG talented players are coming in to Manchester United. Let's see who we bring in next from the shortlist that we have required from you guys and my suggested in Manchester United. And this next player, of course, I have to get him back in, is going to be Harry Kane. Yes, we're just going to go in and shove in 52. I think that would probably be enough to probably get that over the line with the money we've got left. And they want 53.5, so they still value him. But we are definitely going to accept that to bring Harry Kane back to England from Germany. It's expected to happen, but of course it probably will return back to Spurs, but you never know. with United getting a bit better with Ruben Almiron in real life, he could sway towards Manchester United. It'd be a massive, task for him and a good challenge, but he's definitely going to be a crucial role. He's going to be my main number 9, so yes, we're going to have to change some kit rounds. I think Megna's got it. We are going to try and get him on a free year, so hopefully keeps his value up a little bit higher. Disregard it, and Aussie is waived. But Harry Kane, I'm so glad he's going to return back to the Premier League if he accepts his current wage here, and he wants to sign with us. It was absolutely fine, but Harry Kane is back in the Premier League, where he belongs, to really shine. I'm tempted to make him the captain as well, but maybe a couple of games down the line we won't yet. I know, he's a good player. What a player to get into your team. However, it's time to hijack Bournemouth. Yes, we want to get Morton in this team, and I'm just going to shove it straight away. 60 million, yes. And do not get accepted. Okay, 69 there. Okay, so we want to try and drop it down a little bit less. I'm going to go 66, and hopefully we could take it off the Bournemouth rep right there, even though it technically isn't. It's from Sporting, but it is what it is. We'll just go with the flow. But another signer. We're making so many signings here, and I think this is the right way to go here. Once the release clause, I don't want to do that, because if he does shine this season, I don't really want to let him go. I'm going to give him 110. I think that's fair with his current wage, and he is going to get that reasonable offer. My client is happy with that, and it's another signing down for Manchester United. So this Genoa, we have just finished off making the last 1 or 2 signings here, and we are now left with 74 million with a total spending of 691 million within this whole window, to be honest. Well, spent the season's 509, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to say there. That's how much business we have worked around in total, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, of course, we've got 74 million left, like I've just mentioned. So, obviously, in the next episode, if you guys still want to see potentially the 1 or 2 players join into the team now, or perhaps we can sell some more players and make that budget, we can get it done. But the remaining signings are pretty basic, to be honest. It was just the guys like Wesley, Sanchez, Sule coming into the team with Russell Cooper there. We've paid a bit of wedge for them, but this is now the team, and it is looking very good indeed. With Harry Kane up top as the new number 9, Cunha, Zildes and Bueno, so keeping some of the structure right there. With these 3, Believer, Huijsman there, Lenny Euro as the captain, Hakimi, Pacho. The reason why we have done Euro on the right centre back still and not, Pacho and Hakimi next to each other, because Pacho is left-footed and Lenny Euro is right-footed. I think it makes sense. Theo Hernandez, alignment with the rotation of Ed Megna, Amad Diallo, Sanchez, Cooper, Wesley, Delid, Sanchez, Dorgu, and of course, the main man, Onana, returns back to Manchester United. I do, to be fair, like Rangel as the rotation, so maybe perhaps we can get some money on now with Haven, Rango, Kohler, who we did actually offer him a new contract, accepted finally within rotation. Of course, as well, how could I forget Sule as well, which will probably rotate with Amad Diallo now and then. But I think we've spent very well in this window. But the question is, how will it do well now in the Premier League Season 2? We've got to go for the Premier League now. We have to go for pretty much everything now. We have also changed the tactical vision to a counter-attack, because I think it's a bit more narrow, a bit more tiki-taka in that sense. Hopefully that plays out with new tactics indeed. But let's get into our first game of the season against one of our rivals back in the heyday, against Leeds United here away. So let's see how we get on with this one, and let's see if this new team can really shine at Ellen Road. Of course, I know we have got the -2 on Bueno, but like I just mentioned beforehand, they will be getting converted hopefully over time. We are going to quickly change the kits as well to the red one, because there's no kit clash with the white right there. So let's see if we can do the bits in Season 2. Hopefully we kick it off with a winner with a new formation and new players. It's your brand new team. Let's get into it. Here we have it then. Leeds versus Manchester United. As you can see, Harry Kane returns back as the number 9. Back in the Premier League to go for that beautiful record that Alan Shearer holds. So let's see if we can get him over that line as well. But let's see how this new team plays out here. Theo Hernandez gets beaten by Harrison. Harrison is a good save from Lemons. Not the best start for Man United. Good save from the keeper. That will not be replaced. Ball goes over. That should be Pacho's, and it does. And it goes into Zildas now. Into Harry Kane. Got Merrill with Harry Kane. He has got incisive. But can we find him again? And Harry Kane is through on goal. Harry Kane. Can he return back to the Premier League and get a goal? And Perry with a good save. Try to find that bottom right corner with Harry Kane, but unfortunately could not prevail. But that's the reason why I got him in. A good hold-up striker to release in Bueno. Got the incisive, I think low driven, and of course, the main thing is that finesse shot plus. So, I'm hoping he can bang a lot of goal for us. In the full 9 games we played, the highlights and also the simulations Run from Believer there. And call Hakimi to come short. And play it down line there. The Yoda's trying to find Bueno in that gap there, but leaves it a little bit late. Big task from Bueno playing up top this season. But can he do it? That's the question. Stature plays it in to Okafor. Norwich go 1-0 up against Ipswich. Okafor went from Pacho, new signing there, does well. They try and release Zildaz. Zildaz is a good heavy toucher. Good little play. Now we go out wide. And Harry Kane is making a run inside. And Harry Kane's open. Harry Kane, good save. And he could not get the follow-up. How has he not scored already? I don't know. We wanted a header there, but he just didn't convert it. Unlucky from Kane. He's knocking on the door already. Back in the Prem. To clarify, I'm not just trying to abuse him. He's just in good spots and got to go for it. Ideally, really, we want Bueno to be a bit of a false 9 striker. We want him to kind of sit back and release Harry Kane and be more of a cam, another cam in this position, really. Kimi's going to go out for this one. Can't get across. It's a good pass inside, but the captain does well. The new captain does fantastic. Theo Hernandez there. Plays a nice little ball to Cunha. Cunha cuts inside, lovely. Into Harry Kane, an overlap around there. And Felipe is there. Ben Bueno is right beside him. Ben Bueno, and there it is. We kick off the campaign with, of course, one of our main men last season. Brian Bueno with the goal. Believer with the assist. Harry Kane involved with the incisive pass to Believer on the overlapping run. And it's a good start to the season against one of our rivals in these United. Good pass across the box. An easy finish from Bueno. But it's a good start at Eden Road. So Leeds United 0, United 1. Great start for United. Harrison. Koch. Tananka. Always every time I see Tananka, I think of the EA 25 team of the year card, not only a team of the season card, sorry. I think 96, unbelievable card. But from Hakimi, but we cannot go on another attack as the ref has pulled it off for half time. A very good half from Manchester United, but I must admit, Leeds are knocking on the door. They had probably the better chance of the first half. Borsey were retaliated and go 1-0 up. That's what good sides do. We saw it from last season. We've got to go all the way this season. But what would it kick it off so far at half-time? 1-0 to Manchester United. So into the second half we go. No changes from myself. I don't think we fairly need to be honest, at the moment. No one's really not playing to par. We're all doing okay. Oisman there, plays it. Very quiet so far this game. The Oda's tried to cut past 3 of them there. We know how techy he is at number 7 this season. Okafor. Obviously, we might be a bit rough this first game because we're new to this formation, but Lenny Europe does well. Believer plays out wide to Cunha. And Brian Mbeumo's making a rubber. Can we find it? We do! Brian Mbeumo! Oh, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable from the old United boys from season 1. What a ball from Cunha. Chevea pass, right past the defensive line to Brian Mbeumo, first time shot. And I think he's working with him. What a ball this is. I mean, I don't know why he didn't do it with his other foot, but what a pass. And Brian Mbeumo is going to finish it every day of the week. Talk about Harry Kane returning. Brian Mbeumo's on for a hat-trick in his debut in Season 2. So his debut running striker for Man United is going off with a blinder for me. 2 goals for Brian Mbeumo. Cunha with the assist. Very nice. And here he is again here. Trying to cut inside. Finds Harry Kane. And Harry Kane can find Brian Mbeumo. And it could be free here. And it is. It's Brian Mbeumo hat-trick with Harry Kane with the assist. And as the Mbeumo showed to kick off Season 2, 1 appearance and a hat-trick to his name. Leeds have really fallen apart here as the classic song goes, or chant, wherever you want to throw it. Poor Leeds. And of course we get this dodgy replay here, but a great finish from Brian Mbeumo. Indeed. And I think that'll be the last time we see him this game. So a triple change coming on now. Brian Mbeumo goes off after his hat-trick right there. And Megna goes up now with Harry Kane. He was tremendous. Has given up his number 9 shirt for Harry Kane. And we've also got Russell Cooper, the academy player, coming in for that DM role. And as well, we've got Dorgo coming for Theo Hernandez. Dorgo down the wing here. And this could be a whitewash hit. Going for the back post, but it's gone to Magno. Oh my God, what a header that would have been. Wasn't even looking at goal. I mean, you could make an argument to keep Rasmus Højlund, but Emmanuel has been so good last season. I don't think it was right of me to get rid of him. How well he was on the rotation. But what a goal that would have been, by the way. Pacho. Covering. Dorgo gets it. Give it to Lamens. I'm just going to fizz that up there. Harry Kane might contest for this. He does well, Harry Kane, but he is offside, unfortunately. That was the Sanchez for Believer. That's a bit of a strange one. I don't know how I feel about that. Anderson. Cooper couldn't get a hold of him. Very similar players we've got in that DM rail. Pass inside there, and Harry Kane could get there, and Harry Kane, can he get the goal? Oh, it's another good save. Harry Kane, it just isn't his game to kick off his United career. Just cannot put it in the back of the net. It's unlucky. We tried to use the finesse as well, but it just didn't pay off. But we know this goal is going to come with him. We just know it. Getting unlucky with him. Inside there, and it's a good clean sheet, but it's going to get blocked. Oh, and they've hit the bar. And Pacho clears his lines. And we get another chance here. Harry Kane trying to play a ball through, but it doesn't work. Dorgo trying to find Kane, but unfortunately locks under Cunha. Unlucky indeed from Leeds United. Clean sheet still alive with this team. Belieber. Into Ashraf Hakimi, and Hakimi can go run away here, and Hakimi, and it's a goal for Hakimi in his debut. Hakimi finds a goal for himself, and it's 4-0. For some reason, the defence just didn't want to run onto him. And he has actually got a low driven on his card, hence why I used it. Defence, I thought he felt he was going to cut inside, but Hakimi goes all the way and gets a goal. With, you know what, Sanchez gets a debut as well. But what a way to kick off the season. 4-0 to Man United away to Ellen Road. So I'm hoping we can keep the clean sheet for how close Leeds did get to go and get a consolation goal, and surely not another one here. Here does. Hakimi's on the overlap, I can see him, and we're going to use him. Hakimi needs an option. We're going to try and put it into the box. Forwards into Sanchez, why not go for it? Ooh! Another was close, to be fair. Could have been goal of the season away for that top right corner. I just, to be honest, hold the downers, hope for the best. But there is Brian Bravo collecting his match ball from the bench with his jacket on. 3 attempts, 3 goals. Easily man of the match today. Just really cooked. Harry Kane did get an assist today, but could not find the back of the net. Limbs away at the stadium because there's no, this was a rival game. But this team is looking frightening in front on goal. 4-0. Hakimi with one on his debut, and Brian Vogt with a hat-trick. So let's try to wrap up this episode, because obviously we have made some signings, and I don't want to kind of drag it on too long. We are going to go against the guys who have been a bit of a boogeyman team for me, and obviously won the FA Cup off us in Bournemouth here. We have got 8 offers to have a look at here. So we've got one with Connor here. We finally reject him. Jadon Sancho for Liverpool. Definitely going to reject that one. Going off for Troy Nan here. I'm just going to reject for now, but I'm not going to block it because we might want to see him leave. Jack Morehouse. We have got some loanies here. So you know what? I feel quite bad. So let's just get him gone and let him loan out. So might as well just do that one there. And Hugo as well. He's going to go for some wedge for $500,000. But now let's get into the last game here. We're going to rotate the team a little bit here. Or do I? I don't know if I should or not. You know what? I'm not going to rotate the team because this, like I said, this team is a pain in my ass. The only actual rotation I will do, actually, is I'll take Amad Diallo. As much as he didn't play last game, I'll get Sule. So Sule can offer something a little bit different, I think, from Amad Diallo with a lot of the different play styles as well. So hopefully we can get the win on the last 9-minute game at the Tele Stadium against the Boogeyman team in Bournemouth here. Let's see if we can get into this and get 2 out of 2 in the Premier League with the new players. Let's get into it. So here we have it then, Bournemouth versus Manchester United. Is this going to be the game where Harry Kane can kick off his goal-scoring tally in the Premier League once again? But this time, not in Spurs, but in the Man United colours. Or is it going to be the Brian Bueno show again? Back-to-back hat-tricks perhaps, if we batter him on here, but you never know. Montreal, he does well. Also, I did say in the previous episode you can look at Semenyo, but the players we've got on the team cannot find it. But Harry Kane could make a run to that gap, but there's a back post cross there for Cunha. He keeps it in, well done. I'm going to go back there because I know that's kind of ruined the attack, but we haven't really got the options. Hakimi. Into Belieber. Into Brian Bueno. Into Hakimi. Hakimi can find Brian Bueno. And Bueno, can he get the goal? It's a good save from Brian Bueno with the attempt there. Good start though. Hakimi. Good pass. Very nice pass into Cunha. Can we find... No, someone for a bit more of a hold-up, better run there. Kind of forced it with Belieber. Semenyo gets denied by Belieber, but then Christie wins the ball back. Evanilson there into Semenyo. Into Christie. Adams fizzes the ball with the top to Semenyo. And well from Theo. Well played. Into Cunha. Into Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Good pass out wide to Cunha. Can we find Kane back? And we do with Harry Kane. Good save from Petrovic. Got to test out that finesse shot gold. Into Zildas now. He gets attempted at goal on the finesse. Unlucky. That's got to be Patros there, and it is. Bush make a go for the shot. The camera couldn't load in quick enough, but good attempts there. Inside of Kane, and there it is. Harry Kane. He's back. He's got his goal, and here's the iconic celebration. Cunha hits on a play for him, and he fizzes it to the top of the roof of the net. Don't get the replay we wanted. But it's nice to see him return to the Premier League. I can't hype it up enough. It's an easy finish for Harry Kane. We take advantage of the goal finesse plus, and a good finish from Kane. Harry Kane is back. Good assist from Cunha. I think, to be fair, the suggested comment suggested put him in striker. I could kind of see why, because being in with a winger, you need speed. If anything, really, you kind of want to rotate Bueno and Cunha around, but it's working. It really is working. It's on the ball now, trying to bounce them past there, but unlucky. With a bit of skill. Yes, I have finally learned to do this skill. It's only taken me like 2 or 3 weeks to figure it out. But it is what it is. But it's a bit of a satisfying skill, and I think if anything, against the bots, it does sometimes work. Good interception there by Belieber. There's a Hodge one there. It's a good ball at the top. Into Zildas. Can he get it into Harry Kane? He can get there. And Cook does well. Well played. Brian Bueno. The striker on the set pieces still. Goes inside. It goes into Lenny Euro. And isn't enough. Unlucky. The field. Back in the field. Into Cunha. Tried it. Maybe bounced around him again, but couldn't do it. And it looks like we're just going to go into the first half. 1-up, unless Bournemouth are going to go on a bit of a counter-attack here, which they are. With Trafford here. Trafford running at goal. Hakimi does enough, but does not been enough. But new signing, Hoeman there does the bits forward, but he have allowed them to have a corner. Ball gets swinged in. Should be Patrick Evanilson. And Lammers catches it quite comfortably. Good chance at the end from Bournemouth on a bit of a counter-attack and a good corner, but the keeper catches it. But we go into the second half 1-0 up. Thanks to that man right there, Harry Kane, going for the record this season. Trying to beat Erling Haaland for the Golden Boot and many others. He's on the track for it so far. It's 1-0 to Manchester United so far. So I think it's time to finally see another new face, and that is Sule comes in for Zilmaz here. So also, of course, still needs to be converted there, but Sule is on the pitch now. And unlucky there. Trying to get it back to Hakimi. It was kind of my fault that. Lenio does enough into Hakimi. Oh, he does well straight away. And he's got to do a little bit better there, though. Wanted that person a lot earlier. But a nice bit of skill from there. Feels very snappy on the ball. They're a smaller player. Similar players, but a bit more smaller. Into Cunha. Into Kane. Good hurry from Kane, but he needs an option. Gives it to Cunha. Can we lay it off there? Hakimi try to go for that top left with the power shot. It gets blocked. Scott goes off for Cliver. Surprised he's not starting. I'm not going to put a different person on this. Hakimi has got a little bit better in terms of set pieces. The fullback swings in there. Lenny Ora's open. But it falls to Harry Kane. Harry Kane! Oh, and it gets blocked. Unlucky. Into Evelison there. Johore. Into Adams. Christie. Great little fizz pass there. Just kind of holding it up with the new number 8. Oh, I couldn't get it there. And Lenny Euro again does have a very good game. Cannot get to Brian Bueno though. And a good turn there. Oh, and off the bar. Field tries to clear his lines and we cannot get it across still. Still can't get an Irish down to the twisting. And I told you they're my boogeyman team. And who else? Semenyo gets the goal. Oh, we're trying to clear our lines and every time we do it, they're just snatching it back really quickly. He's gone for the double. Oh, no, it's just the one backflip there. But Semenyo, once again, is cooking us. Maybe we do need to look into him for maybe a rotational option. But I feel quite daft to say that for him. Maybe for Zilmez this season, who knows? But it strikes again for Bournemouth. It's always him. Always him and always Bournemouth. Every time. Every time. But fair play to them. It's got to go back, but we need to try and get it go back ourselves now. Harry Kane, a bit more deeper row. Kind of like how I used to play for England, where he used to be so deep collecting the ball. Trying to get a good hold off there. I was going to try and get it back to Kane, or perhaps give it to Cunha, regardless of what option looked the best at the time. Did trough it. And Bueno's been a bit quiet this game. Ideally, we need some subs, because probably should have made some subs when that goal went in. That should be Fields. Well done. Here comes Cunha. Can we find Sully out wide? We do. And Sully's going to try and run down this wing. Pose it back. But we need options. I don't understand why there's not that extra option there. I don't know why Hodgman is so far deep. Maybe we need to look at the tactics there. Maybe it's accidentally set for it. A little tiki-taka, but it's too steady. It's not steady enough. Looking a bit weak there. Over the top there. Hakimi tries to head it back to his teammate in Pacho. Pacho gets those strengths, surprisingly, considering he's got Bruiser Plus. Can we go on a counter-attack here? I don't know why it's gone there. I really don't understand why it's gone there. He's had a bit of a bad game, to be fair with him, and he's been very deep. And we are going to settle for a draw against Bournemouth away. Okay, though, I'm not disappointed with that, because I know that's, well, Bournemouth are a very good side in real life. And this career mode, they always somehow end up getting a point against us or beating us. So I'm happy with the result of just walking away with a point at the start of the season. It just tells me, though, we need to look at the tactics a little bit more, because Huysman there looked very too much deep. I had to look another centre-back, but of course, number 24, Semenyo, cooks for Bournemouth to grab a point for his side. It is what it is. It's start of the season. We need to kind of tweak some things around now with the tactics to make it a bit more consistent. Maybe it was against Leeds. It's a draw to end off this episode, but it is against a boogeyman team that beat us in the FA Cup final. So, ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up this episode here today. And in the next episode, it's going to be a tasty one indeed, as we're going against one of our biggest rivals in the world and our rival in Liverpool. We've also got the deadline day as well, so if you guys want to suggest something. And then we've got the month of September to get through as well. So big episode in the next one with a lot of games to be played and potentially more signings and people getting sold. But to kick off this episode, I don't think it was too bad. We made a lot of signings indeed, and I think for the best as well. And Bueno is doing bits. Harry Kane slowly getting to it with assists and goals. Always when we need to look at the tactics. He's been good, but he's never been as good as Believer. Cunha, surprisingly more in Canberra. There's Zilrez. A little bit slow to kick off this season, but needs to be more converted to Cam. Hakimi, he's just a joke. Pacho, he's very good, but he needs to step up a little bit more. With Lenny Euro being the 8 overall, being a little bit better, I feel like, so far. Theo Hernandez, he's Theo Hernandez, kind of like Hakimi, unbelievable, but needs to kind of step up a little bit. Lamins, probably more, I would say, top 3 most consistent players within the team here. Other signings as well, looking very good. Still got to look at Wesley as well. Have not played him at all, and really the likes of Davison Sanchez as well. Other than that, though, not too shabby indeed. I'm just going to quickly show you the budget once again, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone's just forgot. It's 74 million. We can sell more players, make that even higher, swap players out. Let me know if you want to sign any more players indeed, and suggest them in the comment sections below. So if you did like this video, ladies and gentlemen, please don't subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 2 for Manchester United. Bye.